The House of Compassion by Darby Barrett. The mission of the House of Compassion is to bring care and rehabilitation to those with AIDS by providing a home-like, family-oriented shelter. Since 1994, this house in Cumberland, Rhode Island has housed people with AIDS, saving the government thousands by not receiving any funding and keeping people out of hospitals. The house cares for the poor and the sick who have nowhere else to turn. Interestingly, the house is located on a stop of the Underground Railroad. Just as the owners of houses on the Underground Railroad put their lives at risk by helping in any way they could, so too the owners today aid another minority by keeping a house in a slightly different way. In the Catechism of the Catholic Church, there is discussion of the need for loving the poor. Whether poor in spirit, money, or health, these people should be taken care of. It is important to look out for their comfort and well-being. The charitable works of mercy should be considered so that everything we do is done with love. The House of Compassion includes all of these things, so is therefore a perfect example of social justice. There are 5 major principles of social justice that the House of Compassion exemplifies. The principle of human dignity explains that every person deserves respect. The House respects people by allowing them to be independent and giving them a chance at their own life. The House encourages participation in an open, loving environment, like that of a family, showing family participation. By giving these neglected people a place to go and putting their needs first, the House exercises preferential option for the poor. Solidarity is shown by loving each and every member of the House and treating them with consideration and care. Finally, the creators of the House of Compassion understand a respect for life. Instead of allowing sick people to die on the street, they take these needy people in and shelter them. Here are some common sights to see around the House of Compassion. In section 24 of Evangelium Vitae, moral conscience is discussed. This moral conscience is important to consider when dealing with the destitute. Society's first reaction is to abandon these people, when in reality we are called to help our neighbors and love them as ourselves. Section 40 discusses appreciation of human life. God calls us to appreciate and love life in all forms, from a small zygote to an elderly sick person. This is exactly what the House does. The short-term goal of the House is sheltering and comforting people who have been abandoned by their family and by society. This includes giving them refuge in this time of need. Some long-term goals of the House include instilling the members of the House with a sense of hope in their struggle. Also, the House of Compassion acts as a model for other similar organizations worldwide. Why should you care? We as humans have the responsibility to care for each other, and the House is in danger of being shut down due to lack of funding. It receives no money from the government and must therefore rely only on donations to survive. Only assistance from people like you and me will keep the House afloat.